Great things do not come to those who wait for things. You got to go out and get it. Well, let me take you again on this trajectory. So agents could, on an average, and again, keep in mind, this isn't the I'm wonderful story. I'm already here, but you know what? I don't want you to think that, yeah, I'm hearing from this guy. It's going to throw bullshit out. Listen, my clients, number one RE/MAX team in the world 5 years in a row. Number one EXP team in the world 5 years. She's been coaching with me. Top 5 of the top 10 RE/MAX teams in the world. Dan Beer, we went from 160 to 600 million. I have clients that went from 56 to 100 million last year. I have client after client after client last year, so go look at your numbers, where your numbers ended up last year versus 21, 50% growth, 24% growth, 20% growth. And last year wasn't a growth year, ladies and gentlemen. I want to give you that because if you will listen to me, and you will go out and take action on what I give you, let me tell you something. The last 3 years were a joke as far as opportunity was for business growth. You will smoke everyone. Because let me tell you something, 95% of human beings will not change their behavior. They will not. Some of you are sitting here in that spot. That's okay as long as you go home and change. I'm already seeing it right now. Agents sold 50 homes last year, they're selling 10. And they're pissed off at the market, they're pissed off at their manager, they're pissed off at Zillow, they're pissed off at Google, they're pissed off at the PPC, they're pissed off at their damn dog. I love my fucking dog, man. How can you get pissed off your dog? That's when you need therapy. And maybe medication. I might even relapse if I was that person. And I want to bring that up because I think it's always important to bring that up. Okay? I'm not trying to get everyone to an AA meeting, but I'm trying to get everyone to overcome something. Because greatness is a result of what you overcome. I have all the information I need. You are getting the information that you need over these 3 days. But you've got to go home and overcome. You've got to overcome your fears. You've got to overcome your lack of self-worth. You've got to overcome judging other human beings, because if you're judging other human beings, it tells me how you really feel about yourself. Wait a minute, we're at the AA meeting with a little bit of kumbaya? What the fuck? 100%. Because when I went to Trucal, Nevada, Texas, from a branch management position, and again, please, as I share these with you, it's so you know this comes from I've delivered a result. An office of 100 agents that closed 1,483 transactions in a year in 98, when the most attended class I did was how to do an attachment on an email. And we had a thing back then in the office called a fax machine. Anybody heard that? I mean, that was my reality. And those agents weren't getting leads either. 14.8 per person productivity. I went over to Trucal, Nevada, Texas. Ed Kraftchild was the president, and I waited till my sign-on bonus as GM cleared. And I said, why the hell did you hire me, man? He says, because you got a couple skill sets that are critical. He says, then I'm gonna have you let go of all your other skill sets. And you're gonna focus on one thing, human behavior. If you go all in on human behavior and studying human behavior, you're going to understand, you're gonna do it to understand others, but then you're gonna start seeing things to help you understand you. And then all this information that you have, that you are gathering, that you are gaining today, it's like you're gonna think you're smart and you're brilliant, and where did this all come from? You wanna know what? It all came from within. See, you need to keep coming back to these training courses. I have more coaches today. I invest personally in multiple 6 digits in coaching for myself, because that's my responsibility when I get on the phone with a number 1 in the world, a number 2 in the world, the CEO of one of the largest franchises in the world. For years. I don't need to learn more, I just need to be reminded more. So write this down. Average people wait for accountability. Champions move towards it. And that's what accountability is. It's the reminder, it's the measurer. I'm going to give you guys specific framework. See, because you know the mistake that you make, watch this. You take a look at the relationship with this talented man, Bill Pipes. Give him a hand. So a leader's job is to meet you here. Your job is to meet him in the middle. Your failures or lack of experiencing your dreams, hopes, and desires, you have not captured this one thing. It's called self-leadership. And underneath self-leadership is the principle of personal responsibility. I'm going to share with you how you put that into your business. See, the bottom line is this. The only thing that's getting in the way is you. It's not the market. And the beautiful piece is that most people aren't going to change. If you will take the action, you will win. And right now, here's what we're experiencing. So then the market was great when it only took 17 reach out attempts. And then the market changed and it took 22 reach out attempts. And now the market's changing. You can write this down. And listen, if you want to stay in the business and you're on a team, just go right back to your team leader and say, you can inspect at any point in time on a 12-month rolling, and I will have a combined 35 reach out attempts per lead. Otherwise, I'm not committed to the business. Because my shitty activity will outperform your getting ready to do it just right. And I've watched it time and time again. How does an agent come onto a team? By the way, this team, he's a legend. Been with him for 6 years, coached him. 60 agents, 1,983 transactions. Pretty good. Go find someone else with that sort of volume per person with that many agents. Line them up. You can't. How does an agent sell 7 homes in the first 30 days on that team? How? He gave them all the good leads. That's the bullshit story some of you agents say to your team leader. You're welcome, team leaders. I got you covered. I talked to 70 of you a week. Okay? No, the fucker sent 700 bombs in 30 days. And do you think he said the right thing 500 times? Hell no. But he took the action that you're afraid to take because my hair's thin. I need fucking Botox. I've got wrinkles. Really? See, here's the thing. There's this big circle jerk going on. Let me define. You're so worried about everyone else that they can give 2 shits about you because they're worried about what you think about them. What the fuck is going on? And obviously, if you figure it out, I don't give 2 shits what you think about me, man. I just really, really don't. What I care about is that I bring the truth. Because there's only 2 emotions in life. There's love and there's fear. Fear won't win. Truth is rooted in love. Truth is rooted in accountability. Because if you take a look at accountability, accountability is the highest form of love I can show you because I'm being truthful with you. So how come you keep running from the truth? Well, let's go back to human behavior. Because somewhere in your life you were judged, you were made fun of. Let's go therapy here. Raise your hand if you've got some childhood shit, man, that makes you feel really uncomfortable. You're all fucked up. I'm out here, man. Hey, listen. I don't have issues. My issues got issues. I mean, I got more therapists. I call them coaches, though. They're coaches. Yep, I got coaches. They're getting fucking rich off me. I'm a piece of work. I'm still sober 14 and a half years, so boom. Here's why it's important to you. nothing magical happened. I made a choice. Well, that doesn't relate to me. Sure it does. Because y'all need to make a choice. There's a choice that's getting in the way of your dreams, hopes, and desires. For those of you that are working a database, working leads, you don't have to be on a team. You don't have to be getting leads. The bottom line is we're all doing the same damn thing. Whether you're an individual agent that's in this room and you're getting leads, or you're an individual agent in this room and then you're out there prospecting for buyers and sellers, the bottom line is this: it's gonna take in the mid-30s of interaction per lead. You wanna look down at that lead and you wanna say, that's a piece of shit lead. No, you're a piece of shit. You reached out to him 7 times. And then you're even worse because your copy sucks. See, you know the reason you're in here? And I said this to Bill, and he kind of looked at me and goes, whoa, you're in here for copywriting. This is a copywriting course. Bill says, you know, that I get this look a lot too. You have 3 heads again, Cheplak. What are you saying? Because copywriting is the words that we read. Copywriting is the words that we write. Copywriting is the words that we say. And everything we do, every choice we make is based on words. You ever think about that? See, you're here learning the words, learning the conversations, so that you can facilitate the condition for someone to choose to get the end result that you're there to support them with. Does that all make sense, you guys? See, it's copywriting. That's the whole game. So the number one thing y'all got to do, you got to up your game. You got to up your reach outs. You're worried about what you look like, okay? And you know, it's so far gone for me, it really doesn't matter. So maybe I've got a little bit of an advantage here. Yeah, buddy. Work works, and it's going to require work. And all these skills that you get here aren't going to work for you unless you work, and unless you're willing to be held accountable. And unless you're willing to follow these simple principles that I use in business and I've used since the beginning of time as an agent, as a leader, as a coach. Write this down, 95.5. So now we're reaching out. We need to be in the 30s and reaching out to our leads. It needs to be multiple points of contact. It needs to be calls, emails, texts. Good friend of mine that I worked with for many, many years, Chris Lindahl, his team did about 4,500 transactions on the team. You know, one of the things they found is their conversions were double when the agent sent the video text to the lead. But you won't do it because you a chicken. Fuck that money, I don't want no money. I'd rather be a chicken. I mean, really, think about it. It's that simple. Nope, don't give me the money. Chicken! Calls, emails, texts, not manual. Not an ISA doing it for you. Now watch this. Team leaders, you got an ISA model and you're serving up. Because here's the thing. There's no one way to do this thing, but you just need to do a lot. Some of you are serving up appointments for your agents, which is great, okay? Fine. But I'm going to tell you this. Someone better be. See, you know what y'all did? I'm going to tell you. You automated yourself out of relationships. You automated yourself out of relationships. And let me point it out to you. I'll just be straight up. I'm not cheap, and I'm not hireable. It's $2,000 to talk to me on the phone for 20 minutes. And it has to be once a week, period, or I don't work with you. Period. I did an event in Toronto for 150 team leaders. I text them and email. Do you think I bulk text them? Yes or no? Do you think I bulk emailed them? Yes or no? I personally texted each and every one of them. And you know what? Last time I checked, I'm fucking winning. And I'm telling you this because I want you to win. I want you to make some noise. Who wants to win? So here's the thing that I need you to ask yourself. At what lengths are you willing to go to? And you know what? I say the wrong shit. I've already said some shit today that's pissed you off and think this guy swears too much. And my girl, who's from the South, who's just such a lady, she says, you need to swear less. She's not in the room, so I'm just going to be a trucker. Anyways. I just want you to get the point. But here's the number one thing, man. It's consistent effort. You know, go back and watch Jon Cheplak's YouTube videos from 13 years ago in black and white with a black background and the lighting's shitty. And you're worried about, oh, the lighting's off, just a minute. I'll get that done in 2 weeks when the order for my lighting comes in. Get the fuck out of here, I'm past you. But I do need to share one thing that I do have that you don't, most of you, okay? And they're here. Anyone want to meet my video editing team? My videographers, you want to meet them?
Yes.
Awesome, cool. And they make me multi-7 digits net income, okay? Ready? Hi. Go online. There's Facebook ads going around. Anyone see some Facebook ads with my picture lately? Any of you? Yeah. Who recorded those? Me. And this little bad boy right here. This is the $1 million money maker. But yours, I mean, like it's, if someone pushed the video button and then selfie mode, it's like you go, what the fuck happened? It's like it blew up or some shit. Listen, let me teach you how to do video. Who really needs to step through the doorway of video? Who needs to? Raise your hand. Awesome, the rest of you are fucking liars. Anyways, so, here's the deal. Ready? Selfie mode. Video, that red button. You push it, you do record, you push post, and you throw it in the lake and run like a motherfucker. Pretend it didn't happen. Where's that damn phone? See? I mean, you guys. I mean, this shit isn't complicated. It's really, really not. I'm grateful for you being here. I'm intense. I'm passionate. Blows my mind that 700 people are in here, and this was no part of my business model last March. I work with leaders. And I'm not saying you're not a leader in your community, because you are as an agent. But I work with top team leaders. My average client does 600 million, many do billion. And so this was a whole new area, and I sit there in the back of the room and I go, whoa. You know what I say? This stuff works. My business is the exact same as yours. We're all in the enrollment business. We're all in the enrollment business. You're enrolling buyers and sellers to trust in you with a huge decision, hopefully, over and over and over again. And so to get people to know us, like us, trust us, we have to demonstrate competency. We have to demonstrate consistency. We have to demonstrate a level of tech savvy. You see what level you gotta go. Okay? And if you just keep doing the next right thing right, if you submit to the mission, if you master the mundane, and I don't care if you do 500 million, a billion, you sell 25 houses or 100 houses, I want you to connect to what's really, really important to you as far as real estate is concerned, as a vehicle for you to experience your dreams, hopes, and desires. And your dreams, hopes, and desires. They're all different. See, I referenced the high performers, but here's one thing. It's not just the number, because there's many high performers I will not work with. I don't care if you're doing $1 billion. I don't care what your per person productivity is. I care that you want to be a little bit better today than you were yesterday. Because I can give you all the magic pills on the planet. And I can have unicorns fly through the sky. But it doesn't matter unless you do it again tomorrow. And then you do it again the next day. And you do it again the next day. Let me take you down to a core place. Gentleman asked me coming up the escalator, what is it that gets you going every day, man? What is that one thing? He looked at me like I had 3 heads, 2 after I answered. My breath. He said, what? I said, my breath. I said, we are so entitled. We are so entitled. We talk about gratitude list. By the way, who does a gratitude list? Yeah, burn it. It's all bullshit. But I might help you. Don't burn it. I want you to wake up tomorrow and look at your gratitude list. It's not a list, okay? Gratitude is an action word. It's not a feeling. I'm grateful for my health. Okay, good. Let's get a mirror up here, get naked, and stand in front of it, and tell me if it looks like you're grateful for your health. Let's not, but you get what I'm saying. Here's what I want you to do with your gratitude. See, what I'm about is everything that we do has to have teeth in it. Because it doesn't have teeth in it, nothing will change. So the gratitude list, I'm grateful for this. What action am I going to take to demonstrate it? I'm grateful for that. What action am I going to take to demonstrate it? I'm grateful for that. What action am I going to take to demonstrate it? Does that make sense, you guys? See, you need to go down to the simplest of things. Now, with that said, I know you're all grateful that you have to reach out to the consumer twice as much as you used to have to. Isn't that awesome? Here's what's awesome about it. Is it is tested and it is proven, and I am inside the CRM. See, here's the beautiful thing too, what I want to share with you. Whether an individual agent or your team leaders, raise your hand. I want to see team leaders, broker owners. All right, good, man. You guys are just going to love me. They're going to come back and say, he's a dick. Don't listen to anything he says, but the agents are, but that's okay. Listen, agents in the room and individual agents, if you do not enter every single activity in the CRM with every single contact, don't go to your leader and ask him to train you and coach you. Why would y'all play a guessing game? Raise your hand if you think math is the path in real estate. Yes or no? Raise your hand. Math, the rest of you, God, you're in for an education. So you don't think that the number of calls, number of emails, number of texts, you don't think that that will dictate an outcome? Yes or no? Yes. Huh? Yes. Okay, so you guys see the breakdown you're creating as an agent? Well, I remember this, and I'll remember that, and I this. No, see, I want a predictable, duplicatable business. Raise your hand if you want a predictable, duplicatable business. Great. So those of you, use the app so everything is entered in the CRM, so when you sit down with your team leader or your broker owner or whoever you're working with, your coach, and you can use real numbers. You know what most of the training is out there? What's your name, ma'am? Taylor? Hey, Taylor, how many calls did you make? Oh, 50 or 100. Awesome. Let's guess if you should do more or not. But I'm going to tell you what you need to do and lie and make it sound good. Good luck, Taylor. What the fuck is that? That's how most of you guys are leading. Because the bullshit that you're allowing as a leader and your lack of commitment to your business as an agent. Raise your hand if you're pissed off at me. Anyone? Some of you are pissed off? Okay, good. You need help. Raise your hand if you think, holy shit, this guy's calling me out and he's right. Okay? Write this down. I'm not calling you out, I'm calling you up. I'm not calling you out. I'm calling you up. You came in this room because you wanted more. Or, I mean, there's always some of those that, you know, hey, it's a real estate conference. Let's get loaded, man. Real estate agents don't drink that much. 9 rehabs later. Jesus. Maybe that's just me though, right? So, did I get the one point across that this market is going to require more from you? Yes or no? Yes. Awesome. Are you willing to do more? Yes or no? Yes. Are you willing to be held accountable? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, which one? Mild, medium, or hot sauce? Hot sauce. What? Hot sauce. Oh man, team leaders, go home, man. crush these guys. So, you loser, why didn't you do your work last night? No, just kidding. No, you guys, listen. You know, here's what I want you to think about, because if you can embrace that accountability, you know, the beautiful thing with my relationship with Dan and Bill is that we don't have friendly conversations. I'm not looking for friends. I want deep relationships. And deep relationships are a result of the truth. Because anyone that's around me, I believe, because it's my responsibility, wants more. And so if someone's around me and they want more, bad news, I'm going to ask for it. And I don't give a shit. What do you think? I really, really don't. I already know people don't like me. If you're another one, it's okay. Kidding. So, let's get into this thing. Here's what I will tell you, you know, and again, listen, if you're in an organization, you have a business, I'm giving you sweeping commentary, again, based on about 5,000 coaching calls, and Dan can attest this, 5,000 coaching calls a year with the absolute elite team leaders, where I'm getting inside the CRM, looking at IS8 departments, okay, whether they have them, whether they don't. Do IS8 departments work, you guys, yes or no? Yes. Okay, let's go with the other answer. Do IS8 departments work, yes or no? No. And they're both right. They're both right. I can show you someone, see, because you take a look at, here's the bottom line. You know what works? What you commit to. What you commit to works. You're getting all kinds of skills and strategies and tactics in here. Do you think you need to do every single one of them, or do you need to go all in? All in. You know, Kobe Bryant says it really, really well. He says, put all your eggs in one basket. People are like, what do you mean? What are you talking about? Oh my God, that's dangerous. He goes, hell no. Just keep getting more eggs, baby. Just keep getting more eggs. Now, let me help you with this. I'm not about the big why. The big why is so far out there. Here's what I want you to think about. What one thing do you want to have happen in your personal life as a result of you taking the actions that you don't like, that are uncomfortable, and you know you need to do? Well, freedom. Well, that's bullshit. What's freedom mean? Well, you know. Man, that person's already screwed. You got to get crystal clear. You've got to be specific. Everything that has to do with your personal life, your business life, must be specific, measurable, actionable. And here's our new language. Ready? How much by when? How much by when? Let's do it together. How much by when? 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 Oh, I got close. Close don't work. You want to know why we do close and you know we have goals? Because goals are a good idea and society accepts. You got close. Woo-hoo-hoo-hoo. There's no growth. See, you know what we want? We want acceptance. Guess what? You did it or you didn't. I need to know if you did it, how much you did, and what the gap is, because I want you to write this down. So you're judging what you don't do. I want you to, from now on, look at what you don't do. Let's label it. It's called the gap. The gap. And this is your mantra. Growth is in the gap. Growth is in the gap. Growth isn't the bullshit of I'll do better next time. Growth is the ability to look at the gap as a third-party observer, inspect it, recognize what got in the way and what you need to change, and recommit. Does that make sense, you guys? Yes or no? Yes. Okay, cool, good. How am I on time? I just started ripping. What time do I need to go off stage, Bill? 1:30?
Yeah.
Is it 1:30 right now? Huh? So you said 10:30? Oh, 3 hours?
Yes.
Let's rock and roll. I got it, man. It was interesting. Someone asked me, and I always tease Dan about this. What are you preparing? What are you going to say? I don't know until I'm sitting back there. You want to know why I don't know? Because it's not that. Well, it comes from the heart. It comes from the heart and the head. Because I did coaching calls early this morning. I did coaching calls yesterday. I am real time. I am in it. And I'm a vessel of what's taking place combined with what I know really, really works. That's what you're getting from me. What's really, really working. I'm going to share with you, there's a big difference in those that, and I have no judgment. There are people in this room that are down 30, 40% last year. It doesn't make you good or bad, just recognize. There are people in this room, Marcus Lyria, who's in the front row, okay? Team that's up 24%, his market's down 24%. Give him a hand. Because when you start talking teams with large unit counts, up over 2021 isn't the common conversation right now. And it doesn't make him right or wrong. Guess what he did though? He recognized he's in the enrollment business. He's enrolling great people like you that go out and to join his team, that then go out and use the same principle to enroll the consumer as ready, card-carrying members of their fan club. And you continue to bring more people in. And by the way, let me help y'all too. Man, team leaders are going to just go, man, thank you. I need to go here. Some of y'all are sitting here and you're watching your broker, owner, manager. Let's just be transparent, okay? Just amongst us girls here, okay? So, raise your hand if your organization, not team leader, but agents, you're watching your team leader or broker owner recruit people right now. Raise your hand. Okay? Good. And now none of you are going to raise your hand and admit this, but I'm going to admit it for you. So you're screwed. Why does he keep doing that? He's taking opportunities away from me. I'm a dick, huh? Really? Great. Let's open up your follow-up, boss, and look at what you've done with the opportunities you have right now. I'm busy till next week. No shit. Okay? It's going to require ruthless commitment. Y'all with me on that? Yes. Okay, good. Let me do this. I need to know, what is my real time cutoff? Is it, what time is it right now? It's 10:30? 4 o'clock. Oh, that's what those things are for. I'm new at this, so, bear with me. 10 minutes, rapid fire. Okay, so let me dive in. Is that stuff helpful for you guys? I can leave right now, right? I'm good? Not mine. You're fucked. All right. So I've given you the basic numbers. Listen, I didn't get good until I did it really bad over and over and over again. And I still do it bad, and I still do it wrong, but I still do it, and I'm okay with it. And when I do it wrong, I admit it and I own it. And you know what's really interesting? That's probably the best sales script I ever learned. It's just being truthful with people, man. Just be honest. I'm going to give you the 5 steps of productivity. And I want you to go to your team leader. I want you to go to your manager. I want you to go to your coach. And I want you to always be reporting on yourself. And if you're a team leader in the room, I ain't got no rocket science, sorry, but something seems to keep working with my clients. They're fucking crushing it. And it's because simple solves the complex. Simple solves the complex. Y'all are out chasing all this bullshit, man. I just reel my clients. That's why it's a 20-minute call. Oh my God, 20 minutes. What can we cover in 20 minutes for 2,000? Well, here's what we won't do. A lot of bullshitting. That made sense. Most of y'all, anyways, you're having to coach your coach. So that was really mean, huh? Anyways, not our coaches. So, number one, step one is training. Well, that's simple. But there's a problem. You think that that's it. Write this down. Training will not make you productive. Bill Pipes can't make you productive. He can't make you do anything. Training is just information. Now what I want you to write down is mutual accountability with training. It is your responsibility to go to the training. It is the leader that you work for. They're responsible to deliver it to you. Now, here is the problem with it though. Y'all think you mastered everything. Oh, I've already been to that class. I got the buyer thing nailed. Really? Perfect. Brady's got Super Bowls nailed too, so he doesn't go to training camp anymore. but you don't want to get paid like a pro athlete. Did you capture that? Did you get that? Y'all want to get paid like a pro athlete. Y'all want to make 7 digits, and you know what? Your habits of a $10 an hour freaking AM, PM Circle K clerk. That's fucked up. He just called us out. My good friend Heath Evans. A guy named Drew Brees handed him the football. A guy named Sean Payton coached him. A guy named Tom Brady handed him the football. He won some Super Bowls. How was it playing for Belichick? How was it playing with Brady? It was fucking miserable. Every day. It was the same old boring thing. He says, on Wednesday on the practice field, my right foot would be on one spot, and the next week on Wednesday be on the exact same spot again. Shouldn't your ass be in the same seat every single morning doing the exact same thing for at least 3 to 4 hours? Yes or no?
Yes.
100%. And your ass should stay in that seat until you get 2 appointments that day and don't leave.
Yes.
See, y'all want a business plan? I got it for you. Don't go home till you get 2 appointments and do it every day. I don't know, 2 times 6 days a week. I'll give you Sunday off. 12 times 4 is 48 appointments set a month. Can you eat on that? Yes or no?
Yes.
Simple. Number 1's training, and you keep going back, and you keep going back, and you keep going back. Step 2, that's on your ass. Action. That ain't your boss's job. That ain't your team leader's job. That ain't your coach's job. Action. It's on you. If you don't take the action, take the right amount of action, take the action consistently, the leader's out of the picture, and so is the quality of the lead. Has nothing to do with the leader, has nothing to do with the team or the brokerage or the quality of the lead, whether it's bottom funnel, top of funnel, or whatever the hell. Has nothing to do with it. Step 3. What do athletes do on Monday after a Sunday football game? They watch a video. But you're like, oh, don't play back my recorded calls in front of everyone. That's public shaming. What the fuck? Go back to that $14 an hour job then, homie. Oh, I'm just too embarrassed. I've got a call over in a cubby. I don't do well when people hear me on the phone. What the fuck? $14 an hour, go for it, man. Listen, here's what I know. In a market that's changed with a lot of uncertainty, your ass is in this seat. You invested your time and your money. You can't be a wimp. You cannot be. Accountability is step 3. You must willing to be inspected. You must willing to be inspected. And accountability, guess what the accountability is? That's the team leader, the broker, owner, manager, holding up their part of the bargain with you. You need to make me productive. Okay, take these actions. You're a dick. Don't make me do that. What the fuck are we doing then? Oh, that's right, the circle jerk. Remember that one? Oh my God. Training is information. Action is on your ass. Accountability. You want to know why I want accountability? Just to inspect. Because step 4 is critical. What do the players do for the next week preparing for the next game so they make $1 million? They practice. Step 4 is skill building. Skill building, and I can't build your skills unless I inspect. But you know what 90% of you doing? Well, let's play the guessing game. What did you say on the phone? Well, I think I said this. Oh, you did? Well, I think you should say that next time. Okay, woo! What the fuck? You got away with it the last 3 years. Listen, y'all, the tide just went out, and y'all weren't wearing no pants. It was right here. So you gotta change some shit. Training, action, accountability, inspection, build skills, go back and take action. And now it gets really, really sexy. Do it fucking again, and again, and again, and again. and again. You've got to master the mundane. And you're going to find out as you're sitting with a leader. Sit with a leader and say, Matt Smith, Matt, let's look at my business, man. There's training, there's action. John, you're crushing the action. You went to the listing course once, or you went to the lead conversion course. Well, yeah, but I got it down. Obviously not. See with the numbers, so it's your choice. What more do I need to inspect? Does that make sense, you guys? Stop looking for some different magic pill, because that's not what it takes. So that's the framework to follow every single day, every single week. Now let's get real high tech and simplify this even more. There's only 3 things that will make or break you in business. Action, sales process, skill set. Action, sales process, skill set. If you will promise me that you will get real clear on what you want to have happen in your personal life, and then you get really, really clear on what that's going to take, the number of sales and income, and you declare it publicly, and you're willing to be held accountable, and it's that one thing that charges you emotionally like nothing else that you think could never happen. But if you really challenge yourself over the next 12 months, it can happen. And then if you will follow those 5 steps of productivity, and those 3 silos to inspect: action, sales process, and skills, I promise you, your dreams, hopes, and desires will come true. Real estate is not who I am, it's what I do to experience the highest level of who I am in life. The areas where I'm not experiencing the highest level of who I am in life are the areas where maybe I'm falling short in my business. It's really, really that simple. Now, I'm going to rip through these quick. Get the hell out of here. Not you. Your flight's are delayed, remember? Sounded good. Bill's amazing. Everything he shares with you is just unbelievable. And it's real, it's proven. What will make it happen? Maybe your breath isn't enough to make it happen. For me, it is. Because I just chose to be self-destructive and run myself to death's doorstep. But it's proven to. Grab a great book by Alan Deutschman, Change or Die. Deutschman, Change or Die. Even the fear of death isn't enough for people. Right? But there's still days where I don't want to do what I know I need to do. And it's really easy though, because I'll never have to make tough decisions in my life. I'll have to make one tough decision. Will I stay ruthlessly committed to my principles and my values and my mission? That's all I gotta look at. Give me a scenario, emotions can come in. What are my principles and values? That's my law. So I'm gonna give it to you, mission. You gotta have a mission, principles, and values. And if you stay committed to them, you'll take the action, okay? Mission. Serve, lead, inspire people who want to have positive life experiences as a result of the real estate business. Does your mission statement roll off your tongue? Did it so inside you that it's automatic? It's a part of the fabric of who you are? Most people not. Values. Values support the principles. Values, in my definition, is how I want it to feel for me and the people that interact with me. Fun, love, dignity, respect, humility, vulnerability, transparency, and volunteerism. I can always inspect if life isn't going good, if business isn't going good, and listen, my life's a freaking circus like yours, so I ain't got it all figured out, but I have the tools, and I go back to them. And then I go to principles. Principles are my red light, my green light. They make me stop the things that don't support the mission. They make me start the things that do. Steal them. Because if you just need to start with these and make them yours, they work. Number one, personal responsibility. You can't change what you don't own. My ex-husband's a dick. You chose him. Ruthless personal responsibility. You can't change what you don't own. Principle number 2, commitment. Commitment. We do what we say we're going to do when we do it. We do what we say we're going to do when we do it. And the nice thing is when we don't, we come back to that first principle of personal responsibility. We own it. Right? Number 3 is accountability. Willing to be held accountable. We own our outcomes. We do not avoid it. And the last one is number 4. And number 4 is contribution. Period. Whatever you have in your life, maybe your business isn't where you want it to be, but there's other area of your life that's done really, really well. It's a skill set you have, it's a talent you have, it's something you do that feels really, really good. And maybe business isn't where you want. What I want you to do is go to that area where you're the most confident, so you do the best, and you can really impact people. I want you to go home and I want you to think about who can I contribute to. Because if you want to keep what you have in life, you have to give it away. And what it will do is in the areas, it's called the spillover effect. When we lack confidence in some areas, listen, I've got self-doubt every day. Everyone does. What I do is I go to my places and I go, when I don't want to do something, when I think I can't overcome something, when something scares me, I go back to 14 years ago, July 21, when I went back and forth to the hospital 3 times, and I didn't have the guts to kill myself. That's what alcoholism really is. It's the coward suicide. It's a sickness. I studied, I help people. I didn't have the guts to do it, right? So when you take a look at where you're at in your life, you take a look at where you're at in your business, if you will come back to the spaces and places of what you've overcome, do you think anything can beat me? No. Emergency room 3 times that last 7 days. They take me back and forth, DTs, alcohol withdrawals. Wish I died. And that was the classroom I needed. I'm not embarrassed by it. See, that's the other part too. It's holding you back too. You're embarrassed by some things that have happened in your life, and you're labeling yourself as that. I'm labeling myself as that too. I'm labeling myself as someone that's overcome. And I don't know what it is. I don't know whether it's personal relationships. I don't know whether it's fear. I don't know if it's self-doubt. But there's one thing that I want to leave you with. Leave here today and find just the one thing you need to overcome. Because today, as I walk off, I only overcame one thing. I had everything else. I really did. I had all the information. I'm continuing to grow. But the only thing that changed in my life when I changed that one thing is everything. And my hope and my prayer for every one of you is that when you leave here, everything changes for you. I love you a bunch. Thank you.